everyone, it's John, your Indian Cine-MANIAC, with another 10ish-minute movie review. That's right, 10ish-minute review, not 10-minute review. Obviously, I'm having trouble staying 10 minutes, but I do have my phone with a timer on it, so I'm going to try to stick to 10 minutes if I can, but I got a lot to say about this movie. Now, I'm changing things up a little bit. I am now mentioning this at the beginning of the show because you guys don't stick around till the end. So please, you've watched a bunch of these, you're commenting on them, you're doing our polls, so we hope we've earned your subscription, so please hit the subscribe button, hit the notification button, and as always, smash that like button. I'm not going to say the word because I've been mispronouncing it, and you guys all say I'm saying it like Japanese, and I don't mean to. It's Komaro. Komaro. Like button Komaro. Like button Komaro. Like button Komaro. Like button Komaro. Whatever. I'm trying. You guys are helping me in the pronunciations too, but I'm not very good at it. So I'm excited about this film because this is an Indian classic. It's 1975's Sholay. It is a curry western, the term I've heard for the first time. It was directed by Ramesh Sippy. It was produced by a Sippy. So the Sippy brothers are all involved with this. It stars Sanjeev Kumar, Dharmendra, Amitabh Bachchan, who I saw in The Thugs of Hindostan, and is also in Piku, I think the movie is. Excellent. Amjad Khan, who plays a fantastic bad guy, and Hema Malini, who I will call her the Chatterbox. So I did not know what to expect from this movie. I watched the trailer, and I loved the trailer. Well, then I find out this really was a tribute to Sergio Leone's Once Upon a Time in the West. There was a little bit of that. There was a little bit of the Magnificent Seven. I actually think there was a little bit of a Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid. The relationship of Viru and Jai. And there was a lot of call-outs to different movies, too. So that was surprising. Even the opening train, the opening shot of the show when the train comes in is right out of Once Upon a Time in the West. There was also a few other things. The harmonica plays a big part throughout the film. There was the death scene of the family, which was almost a shot-for-shot remake of Once Upon a Time in the West. Even the point where Gabbar comes down on the horse and he's pointing his rifle at the only person left of the family, which is a little boy. And just like in Once Upon a Time in the West with Henry Fonda, the camera zooms in on his rifle. And in the Once Upon a Time in the West, you actually see the gun get shot. In this one, they cut to the train, so you don't see it, but you know what happened. So I thought that was great. I do have a question. Excuse me. Bachchan's character is named Jai. So my question is, in the Doom series, his son, Abhishek, plays Jai, the cop. Now, is that a tribute to his father? Let me know if that is the case, would you? I hope I picked up on that, and I certainly hope I'm right. Did I mention my new fancy background, too? I don't know if I did. But, yeah, as I'm doing more of these, I want to get fancier like my brother Ralph because he thinks I'm a schlock when it comes to this stuff. Not really, but compared to his stuff. So, I love this movie. First of all, the practical stuff they did. It's so nice to watch a film where it's not CGI, it's not fake backgrounds. I mean, that train scene is incredible. The way they shot it and the jumping off horses and the camera movement as the train's going. Just really, really well done. So that was such a thrill to watch, considering how old this movie is. So that was great to see. Overall, I thought this movie was really, really well done. I understand why people love it so much. Now, it's not free from criticism. I do think it didn't need to be as long as it was. Now, I'm sure you guys always tell me that's just the way it is with our cinema. Fine, I get it. But there were scenes in here that they could have done without, and it would not have hurt this movie. But that doesn't affect my enjoyment of the film. The other thing that's a criticism, the tonal shifts, which I have gotten used to in these movies. This was the biggest tonal shift I've seen in these movies, and specifically the scene in the jail with the jailer who resembled the 1930s German leader. I don't want to say his name because of demonetization. That to me was like, what the heck is this about? It was like a Mel Brooks movie, even the way the guy played him. Now I will say, you guys know I like silent movies. They had that one scene when he's sitting on the desk with the globe, which is right out of Charlie Chaplin's The Great Dictator. So I love when they call back to those movies. But even Basante, I think was her name, the Chatterbox. It was a weird character because her voice was so high. And that first scene where you meet her, she goes on for like 4 minutes, just talking. And it was just it was strange. It was very slapsticky. And then there's real serious stuff when the family gets wiped out. And then, I'm jumping all over the place, but the ending when Jai, his death scene, I mean, it was emotional. So the slapsticky stuff just seemed kind of out of place. Now, maybe it was they were trying to hit all the genres, right? Musicals, comedy, drama, and the musical numbers. Again, I thought they were long, but they were beautiful. The colors, that colored dust, whatever that stuff is, that's in every one of the scenes, even in the bad guys' desert lair or whatever that was. Even that was colorful. So I love the energy of those musical numbers, and also at the end of the musical number, something bad happens. That was a thread throughout this movie. But I really enjoyed that. The other thing I really liked, and why I compared it to Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid, they're unabashedly the relationship between the men, Veru and Jai. They're bros, right? It's a bromance, and they don't hide it when they're riding in the motorcycle with the cart. That was right out of Butch and Cassidy and the Sundance Kid, and I love that they do that. And frankly, when Jai died, the way Veru reacted to it, I hope I'm saying that right, Veru. The way he reacted to it, I loved it. I loved it because he loved the guy, and they loved each other, and they were best friends. And that, again, that whole scene where they're driving around in the motorcycle, where they're they're just so into each other, not in a funky way. Yeah, Veru, not in a funky way, but so I enjoyed that part of it. And the bad guy, which as I'm doing research on it, they didn't want him because they didn't like his voice. He was a great bad guy. That opening scene where all you see is his feet and the belt with the bullets on it, right? And he's walking back and forth, and suddenly the camera zooms in on his face with his gross teeth, and he was evil. He was just an evil guy. And you know what? We live in a world today where the villains always have to have nuance, and there's got to be some reason. His father treated him bad when he was a kid, or he had a rough childhood. Whatever it is, there's always a reason why they're evil. Nah, this guy was just evil, and he was bad, and he did a lot of bad things in this movie. I mean, that scene at the end where Basante's got to dance, and the line was, wait, I want to get this right because I actually wrote this down. Dance to save his life. Stop dancing, he dies. And then she does this, and she's so tired, she's getting wiped out. If she stops, he's going to die. And then they do the broken glass. She's got to dance on the broken glass, right? Die Hard stole that from Sholay. I did not know that. Okay, so Die Hard stole from this movie. So I thought that was great too. But overall, this was such a fun movie to watch, and I'm trying to get the gang to watch this movie because I think they'd enjoy it. Look, it's a movie of its time. Jai walks around in a blue leisure suit the whole movie, which was hip. I mean, I totally dug it. But it was, it was kind of funky. And then the woman who was in white, and I didn't understand. I knew there was some significance to the white. I didn't know what it was. And I guess in Indian culture, white, she was a widow, which of course I would think black. But what it represents is a lack of color in her life now that she's a widow. So she was very mysterious the whole movie. She didn't say a lot. So that was kind of interesting. And the Sanjeev Kumar, who played the guy with now the no arm scene. So I thought, obviously because he never took that cape off, I thought he was missing one arm. But when they yanked off the cape and he had no arms, I thought that, I mean, again, I get how they had to do it in 1975, but that looked a little silly. And then the fight scene at the end where he's only using his legs and beating the crap out of that guy. I thought that was pretty funny, to be honest with you. But he was really good in this. That opening scene on the train and then the flashbacks where you see what happened to his family when they were all spread out and he's got the blankets on him and he pulls the blanket back, which is out of another movie. I'm not sure which one, but I know that came out of another movie too. So the whole cast was really good. I didn't realize Dharmendra, what a superstar this guy was. I never heard of him. I haven't seen him in any movie, but very likable. And I thought they were great together. And I would love to know, did they make any other movies where they paired up like Paul Newman and Robert Redford? I'd be curious about that. But again, look, I'm a huge fan of Once Upon a Time in the West. I love that movie. I think it's a classic Western. And the fact that there was so many homages to that in this film just warms my heart because that just tells me that the Indian audiences appreciate that too. But obviously the Indian spin on it, which once again I really enjoyed it. So I'm glad this one won the poll. Actually, was tied with the next film I'm going to watch. But big thumbs up on this one. Zooby doo, zooby doo, zooby doo. So thanks for letting me know about this one. I'm gonna start looking into some other older Indian movies too, just to see the cinematic style difference. But thanks for the recommendation. Okay, so the next film that was tied with this film in the same poll, we will be doing Rang De Basante, which is an Amir Khan film. So I'm already probably gonna like it more than likely. So I'm looking forward to that one too. You guys have a lot of good things to say about that. So once again, I really appreciate you guys watching. And this one stayed just about 10 minutes. So thanks for watching. Hit the subscribe button, hit the notification button, and please, please smash that like button and keep an eye out for more polls. I just put one out on horror films. I'm going to do one on love stories, and then I might do one by language, Tamil and Telugu. So keep an eye out for that too. I really appreciate you guys watching. So thanks a lot, and we'll see you next time with Rang De Basante.